Hast thou performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article I boarded the king's ship. Now the beak, now the waist, the deck. In every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then, all afire with me, the king's son, Ferdinand, with hair upstaring, then, like reed's not hair, was first man leapt, cried, "Hell is empty, and all the devils are here!"
Why, that's my spirit. But was this not nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished, and on their sustaining garments not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. King's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling the air of sighs, and sitting his arms in this sad knot.
Of the king's ship, the mariners say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship, in the deep nook where once thou called me up at midnight to fetch dew. There she's hid, the mariners all under hatches stowed, who with the charm joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep. As for the rest of the fleet which I dispersed, they've all met again and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they saw the king's ship wrecked and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised and is not yet performed me.
How now, Moody?
I pray thee, remember, I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made no mistaking, served without grudge or grumbling. Thou didst promise.
Dost thou forget from what a tempest I did free thee?
No?
Thou dost. Think'st it much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, and to do my bidding in the veins of the earth, when it is baked with frost?
I do not.
Thou liest, malignant thing! Hast thou forgotten the foul witch Sycorax, who from age and envy was grown into a hoof? Thou dost. I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgetst. This damned witch Sycorax, from mischiefs manifold and sorceries too terrible for human hearing, from Algiers, thou knowest, was banished. And for one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this so?
Aye, sir.
The blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here was left by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reports thyself, was then her servant, and for thou wast a creature too delicate to act her earthly and abhorred commands, she did confine thee, by help of her more potent ministers, and in her most unmitigable rage, into a cloven pine, within which rift in prison thou didst painfully remain a dozen years, within which space of time she died, and left thee here, where thy groans did vent the air as quick as mill wheels strike. For then was this isle, save for the sun that she did thither here, speckled well, hat-born, not honored with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Dull thing. I say so. He, that Caliban whom I now keep in service. But thou best know it, from what a torment I freed thee. Thy groans did make the wolves to howl, and did penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned. Sycorax could not again undo. It was my art. When I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, sir.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oath, and I will peg thee in his knotty entrails, till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent
charge thee?
That's the noble, master.
Now, go take the shape of a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no eye, but mine and thine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take this shape, and hither come in it. Hence, with diligence. What ho, slave? Caliban, thou earth, thou! Speak!
As wood enough within.
There's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise! Thou poisonous slave got by the devil himself on thy most wicked dam. What for?
As wicked do as ever my mother brushed with raven's feather from a wholesome fen drop on you. A southwest wind blow on thee, Mister, you all know.
For this, tonight thou shalt have cramps. Side stitches shall pin thy breath up. Urchins shall, for that vast of night that they may work, all exercise on thee. Thou shalt have pinches thicker than honeycomb, and each pinch more stinging than the bees that made them.
I must eat my dinner. This is my island, by Sycorax my mother. Thou didst take it from me. When thou first camest, thou strokest me and madest much of me. Would give me water with berries in it, teach me how to name the bigger light and how the less that burn by day and night. Then I loved thee, and I showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, the brine pits, the barren places, and the fertile. Cursed be I that did so. All the charms of Sycorax, bats and beetles and toads, light on you. For I am all the subjects that you have, which was first mine own king. And here you stymie on this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move, but not kindness, I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and I lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
What's been done too, thou didst prevent it. I had peopled else this isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave! Jenny, friends of goodness will not take, being capable of all ill. I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or another, when thou didst not. Savage, know thine own purpose, but would gabble about like a thing most brutish. I endowed thy purposes with words to make them known. But thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that in it which good natures cannot abide to be with. Therefore deservedly hast thou been confined to this rock, who hast deserved more than a prison.
You taught me your language. Am I profit on it? Is I now know how to curse the red plague rid you for learning me your language?
Hence! Hence! Fetch us in fuel and be quick. Thou art best to answer other business. If thou neglects or dost unwillingly what I command, I will rack thee with plagues, fill up